Welcome everybody. My name is Rachel and I am from Shine On, and in collaboration with the Perinatal Wellbeing Centre, we have put on some classes for you to make sure you can book a date with self-care. So October is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so this week the Perinatal Wellbeing Centre are hosting a series of self-care events and workshops and providing information in lieu of their wonderful festival that they have every year. And so we will begin seated. I'm just going to be sitting like this for now, just so I can have the flexibility to get up and welcome people into our practice as people still are logging on. And find a comfortable either seated or lying down position. We'll just take a few moments here to connect and arrive on our practice. And I'd like to acknowledge the Ngunnawal people, the traditional owners of the land in which I'm practicing on today. And I extend that acknowledgement to the traditional owners of the land in which you are either practicing on live with me now, or if you're watching the recording. And once you're feeling comfortable in your seated or lying down position, I invite you to bring your awareness to your breath. So acknowledging how the body is responding to the breath. And that could be tuning in to the sensation of the belly rising and falling as you inhale and exhale. Sensing the rib cage expanding and contracting. Noticing the chest and shoulders slightly lifting and falling. And we're not altering our breath, we're simply becoming aware and allowing the mind and body to arrive on the mat this afternoon. Perhaps tuning in to the sensation of the breath on the upper lip, mouth, or nostrils. And allowing the body to become still. While we're here connecting with our breath, I invite you to set an intention for your practice this afternoon. So my intention for your practice is just to create some space and calmness in your day. So perhaps you have a similar intention, or you'd like to feel a particular way at the end of the class. Just taking your time to allow that statement or idea to resonate in the body. And if you are in a lying position, a lying down position, I invite you to roll to your preferred side and take a breath here. And if you are in a seated position similar to I am, if your eyes are closed, you can tuck your chin in towards your chest. Begin to flicker your eyelids, gently opening the eyes. And we'll set up for our first pose for this afternoon. You're grabbing, you definitely want a pillow, and you've got blocks or other pillows to prop up your bolster. So this is a yoga bolster. So when I refer to a yoga bolster, I mean your big pillow or your long pillow or cushion, whatever you may be using. And so I'd like to see this propped up, particularly if you are pregnant and depending on how bunted your belly is, you need perhaps to keep it higher or lower. Placing some props underneath the big pillow, allowing the pillow to rest. This is quite a big bolster as it is. If you feel comfortable, you can all the way down, please do so. And come to rest with your buttocks at the end of your pillows up. You can bring the soles of your feet to connect in front of you. Taking hold of your ankles. If you would like, if you're tight in your hips, or if you are pregnant, I recommend grabbing a blanket or some pillows and placing them underneath the thigh. And the reason for this is in pregnancy, we're flooded with relaxin and elastin, which makes our joints really quite supple. And so you can overstretch this area. So taking the time to kind of prop yourself up, you might even like to have a blanket over your legs. That can feel quite nice as well. And when you feel you have enough resources around your legs and hips, I invite you to allow the back to come and rest onto your prop. I'm going to just put my timer on here so I don't get lost in the relaxation. You may have your arms rested down beside the body or connected to your belly center. If you have tightness in your shoulders, perhaps you would like to open up and allow the arms to fall and rest a bit higher along the earth. And when you feel ready, closing down the eyes or looking towards your heart center. And we'll reconnect with our breath here. Tuning into where you feel the breath the strongest. And I invite you to deepen your breath by breathing deeply into the belly center. As we inhale, feel the belly center rise and the ribs expand. Pausing at the top, and then exhale, allowing the belly to fall, the ribs to contract, and the lungs to be free of all air. Repeating this 2 more times together. Inhaling to the belly, rising and expanding, pausing at the top, and exhale fully. Do this 1 more time together. Breathing deeply into the belly. And exhale, release. You may choose to continue with our belly breaths. And I invite you to breathe with your rhythm. So I'll guide you throughout today's practice. But I encourage you to connect with your breath, with your rhythm, and with your body's needs today. And so Yin Yoga is a relaxing and restorative practice where we hold poses for a couple of minutes at a time. And this allows the body to rest and gain a deeper stretch as the body becomes heavy and is supported by all the props, blankets, and pillow. It also allows space within the mind and emotional body. Continuing to focus on your breath. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, releasing. So we'll remain here for another 5 rounds of your breath. Being mindful not to rush our breath or try and speed up the process. Welcoming slow and long inhales and exhales. One final breath here. Invite you to perhaps welcome a stretch, arms above head if that's available to you today. Perhaps taking some small rolls of the wrist, going in one direction, going in the other. And I invite you for this transition period between our poses to move really slowly and gently. And this is going to be different for every body. So your body may feel the need to move. Perhaps you'd like to remain in the pose for a little longer. But to come safely out of the pose, we can, with our hands, support our knees to come up. We can connect our knees together, widening our feet. Or perhaps taking some windscreen wipers with the knees, allowing them to dip to each side. If you are pregnant coming out of the pose, I invite you to roll to your side. I'd recommend the left, but do what's working for your body. And this is also an opportunity if you'd like to lie down on your mat and just embrace stillness. But we'll be here in this transition period for around 3 to 4 rounds of breath. And our props will remain in the same position as we transition to a new shape. So while you're taking this time to either move or be still, I'll describe how we're getting into the next pose. So come to sit on your knees in what is known as hero pose, or on your legs. So we can simply sit back on our heels Or if you don't have any knee injuries, you might choose to sit in between your legs. But this is not available to everyone. So there's a few options here. And I will give you 3 variations. So this is Supta Virasana, and it's a great pose for opening up the hips and upper body. So it's a great counter pose if we're spending a lot of time sitting or on our computers. So keeping our props where they are, come to rest seated, and then begin to walk the hands back on our props, allowing the pillows and blankets to support us. If you are quite tight in the quadriceps here or the hips, I would recommend having the blankets and pillows up quite high. So if this is available to you, I invite you to rest the hands by your side, settle in to the shape. If this is not available, there are a few options. You can remain in hero pose if there's no knee injuries, which is simply resting back, either resting between our legs or our buttocks on our heels. Or we could take King Arthur pose. So if you do have a wall available to you, placing let's go with our left to start with. The top of our left foot rests on the wall, and our right foot rests on the ground. So we're in a kneeling pose, but we're having the support of the wall behind us. If you're taking King Arthur pose, I'll let you know when we're halfway through. If you're finding the position that's comfortable for you, we're going to come back into Supta Virasana. If it's comfortable for you, please close down your eyes. Or if you have a scarf, bandana or eye cream, it's nice to cover the eyes. Allow your body to get still. Directing your focus to our breath. Coming in into the first edge. That first moment that you feel a nice stretch. And I like to describe this as a feeling of like, So if you're experiencing anything other than that, please make adjustments by adding more props to support you, or changing to one of the other variations that I've shown you. Then yoga in general, you don't want to experience something. Please connect with your body. Notice if there's any pain or holding tension. You're noticing that you're holding a particular area of your body. I invite you to take a deep breath in, bending that breath towards the soul. Allow it to release the exhale. In Arthur pose, I invite you to swap sides now, so we are halfway through our shape for this practice. I invite you again to deepen your breath Focusing on extending the exhale and allowing the body to become heavier with each exhalation. So inhale, expanding. Exhale, releasing. You may feel a sense of melting into your bolster, melting into the mat. Allowing the breath to create space, to create peace. Allowing the mind to also create space. Space between thoughts. Space for emotions that may arise. Allowing both the mind and body to be open to all in our experience this afternoon. And we'll remain here for another 3 rounds of your breath. Slow, mindful breaths. And final breath here. Welcome in some gentle movement back to the body. If you are in King Arthur pose, I invite you to release the foot and come to rest or move in a way that feels good for your body. If you're in Supta Virasana, the pose that I'm in just now, I invite you to place the palms into the mat or even on the back of the feet. And you can just push the body up. If you are pregnant, I invite you to roll to the side and slowly come up. And no matter what position that we've been in, I invite you to move slowly and gently, not rushing the experience to move to the next shape. It may feel nice to come and rest in complete stillness on the floor, or taking some cat-cow. So if you are pregnant, it's safe to do the cat pose or cat element, but not the cow. So a cat-cow for non-pregnant people, you can come to a 6-point position with hands, knees and feet connected to the earth. You can round the shoulders coming into cat. As you exhale, allow the body, the belly to release, the gaze to turn towards the roof. And inhaling back to cat. Taking as many rounds that feels comfortable for you. So if you are following along and you are pregnant, this part you will not be doing. You'll inhale and round, and then exhale, return to a flat back. For some, it might feel nice to extend the legs, perhaps taking some ankle rolls in one direction and then the other. So I encourage you to tune in with your body and take the next 3 to 4 rounds of breath to move and connect in a way that feels good for you. As you move and connect, and please, there's no rush, we're going to set up for our next shape. So again, using our bolster or big pillow, you may like to grab a blanket to either place over the body, or we can also use this as a prop, which I'll show you in a moment. So if you're ready to move with me, we'll be coming into a supported wide knee child's pose. So if you have abundance in the belly center, please explore how wide you need your knees to be. If you're in your third trimester, you might possibly need to have quite a wide knee stance, and resting your chest onto the props in front of you. So if you are abundant, I will show you how to come forth with our props. So our props sit on our chest here, so creating space here for the belly. For the rest of us, bring your props nice and close. If you find it difficult to sit onto your heels, you can place a blanket or pillow between this space here. And in fact, even if you can, it just feels, I think it feels really lovely to think back and rest in this shape. So taking any adjustments that you may need, and then walking the body down to rest, allowing the right cheek to come and rest onto your prop. I'll let you know when we are halfway, so you can turn to the opposite side to stretch your neck. So I'm also mindful that it is 1:30. So if you do have to leave, this will be recorded and I can share this with you. But I'll complete the series today as we did start a bit later. If you are leaving, I'll say thank you for joining. And if you're staying, thank you for staying. Settling in, connecting with your breath. Allowing the body to become heavy with the exhale. And I invite you to become aware of sounds within your room or wherever you are practicing. So noticing 3 different sounds that you can hear. And then expanding this awareness to outside of the room you're practicing. So it could be within your home. And again, noticing 3 different sounds that you can hear. And then once more, expanding to beyond your home. So outside the building that you're in. Noticing 3 different sounds. And returning to within your home. Perhaps you can notice another 3 sounds that you didn't notice before. Turning your head to the opposite side, stretching out the neck. becoming aware of 3 sounds within your space. Perhaps it's my voice or the music coming through the stereo. And then reconnecting with your breath. Allowing the body to become rested with each exhale. We will remain in this shape for another 4 rounds of your breath. Noticing how the body responds to the inhale. How the body responds to the exhale. When you feel ready to move from the shape, please welcome gentle movement back to the body. And moving really gently and slowly so to safely come out of the shape, we can turn the head to a neutral position. Perhaps even taking a breath here just to break up the transition. Push into the hands, begin to walk the hands back towards the body. Taking a moment here. Taking a deep breath in, feeling the shoulders rise as you inhale. Allow them to roll down the back as you exhale. Taking the next minute here to transition from this shape. Perhaps you'd welcome some movement or stillness into the body. And we'll transition to our final pose for this afternoon, which is Shavasana, our resting pose. So if you feel ready to come to this position, you may do so now. You can grab as many props as you may need to feel comfortable. So we will be here for about 5 minutes today, and then we'll end with a loving kindness meditation. So I also recommend wearing a jumper or some socks if you know you're going to get cold. If you have any discomfort in the back, I'd recommend allowing the knees to fall over over a pillow. So placing your legs over, keeping the knees elevated. You could have a pillow to rest your head on, or your jumper. Covering the body with a blanket, allowing as many props and comforts as you need. If you are pregnant, come to lie on your left-hand side, placing a pillow in between your knees. And settling down, Coming to rest in stillness. Connecting with your breath. And together, we will take 3 slow and mindful breaths together before settling into a state of stillness and quiet. So finding a comfortable position for your hands. That might be beside the body or resting with your hands on your belly center. Let's exhale together. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, feeling the belly rise, pausing at the top, then exhale fully. You can complete a full-out breath here, allowing the breath to release from the mouth. Inhaling into the nose. Exhale fully. One more breath together. Breathing into the belly center. And exhale fully. Allowing the body to become still. Become heavy with your exhales. And I'll bring you back in a few moments' time with a loving kindness meditation. I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And silently repeat these following phrases to yourself. May I be well. May I feel connected. May I experience love and kindness. May I be at peace. I invite you to bring to mind someone you care for. Visualizing this person and repeating the following phrases to them, silently to yourself. May you be well. May you feel connected. May you experience love and kindness. May you be at peace. I invite you now to visualize anyone in your community. It could be a group of people you know, or perhaps that you don't know. It could be someone across a different part of Australia or across the world. And we'll silently repeat these phrases to ourselves. May you be well. May you feel connected. May you experience love and kindness. May you be at peace. Taking a deep inhale into your belly. Exhale fully. Gently wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Rolling to your preferred side. Taking a full round of breath here. In a moment of gratitude to yourself for coming to today's practice. And extending that gratitude to everyone who's joined us today. And when you feel ready, I invite you to join me in a seated position, resting with your hands at your heart center. You may have your eyes closed or your gaze down towards the earth. Let's take a breath here, taking your time to meet me. There's no rush. When you're ready, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and letting it fall out as we exhale. Raising your hands to your third eye center, a place of intuition and knowing. May you listen to your guidance, and may you follow the wisdom of your mind and body. Returning your hands to your lips, our place of speech. May you speak words of love and kindness, firstly to yourself, and then on to others. And returning your hands to your heart center. May you act with love and kindness, firstly to yourself, and then towards others. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for our self-care lunchtime practice. I'm really honoured to be able to share this calming practice with you. And I hope that you can take this sense of peace and balance throughout the rest of your day and into your evening. So my name is Rachel and I'm from Shannon. And in collaboration with the Perinatal Wellbeing Centre, we're providing opportunities for you to book a date with self-care. And we have some more opportunities, come forward. We have some more opportunities with a family stretch class on Friday, which hopefully you can make it. And I'm just going to stop the recording now, if I can figure that out.